It's time for Damn Good Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Shelby Claymore. From corporate executive to CEO to entrepreneur and the founder of Damn Good Marketing Live. This podcast is all about digital marketing, building a business you love, and creating a brand that's authentic to who you are. So if you're ready for honest, raw marketing conversations that you will not find anywhere else, let's freaking get it. We're here to talk about why Damn Good Marketing Live is going to be the event of the year that you are not going to want to miss out on. We're going to talk strategy. Roll up your freaking sleeves. Talk about what worked, what didn't work. We're going to have speakers come in from all over the United States that are pouring into you, that are going through exactly what you are or have been there, done that can give you the advice that you've been looking for. We're going to have high-level community that's talking networking, mingling, making your next business deal, or finding your new best friend in the business world that we all know we need. This event is something that's going to help you move the freaking needle. But here's the deal. There's only 10 tickets left at $9.99. And after that, it goes up to $1,200. So don't wait anymore. Take this as your sign to get your butt in the room at DGML 2025 this year. Check in the show notes, grab your ticket, and I'll see you in New Orleans. Welcome back, guys, to another solo episode with yours truly. And today I want to dive into a topic that's been on my mind, my heart lately, and honestly, in a lot of conversations of where I've been speaking or just having some conversations with random people. And it's authentic marketing and why it is so crucial for your business. And honestly, normally I'm talking to a bunch of women, and this week I actually spoke to men as well. And to find out that their biggest fears or their holdbacks aren't necessarily the time and energy or don't know how or what to do, because that is still a huge part, but it's also the fact that their perceptions of what other people have of them. And honestly, I was kind of blown away because especially when I talked to a man, I would have never, ever, ever, ever thought that they would have let the fear of how others perceive them and their business and how they show up online really stop them. But ultimately, one of the people in the audience said, I went to a crawfish boil, barbecue crawfish boil recently, and somebody was like, oh, you're the guy that I always see on the internet. If someone told me that, which they do, either A, I crawl in a hole because I get embarrassed, only because I'm shy, or B, I'm like, hell yeah, you do, because I'm talking about my business. Depends on the mood that I'm in. And so there's never too much of you advertising your business if you are giving value and authority and you are setting industry standards and you're talking about your service and your product and what makes you different and humanizing your brand. There's not enough of that. And a lot of times what happens is when they think that people are getting annoyed with what they say, or they're thinking that they're talking too much about their business, or they're scared that people will see it and say that they're just promoting themselves. And I'm like, hello, that is what you're doing. And if you aren't doing that, then you're doing something wrong. But here's the truth. If you don't talk about your business and what you do and the value that you bring, how do you expect other people to support you? How do you think that they're going to know about you? How do you think that they're going to be able to tell you hey, do you need work on your AC or a new AC unit or whatever? This is my friend. He owns an HVAC company. Or, hey, I need, a med spa. I want to get Botox or lip filler or weight loss injections. And if you don't talk about your business, how do they know to go to you? Or if you're a hair salon, talk about you. Or if you're a clothing boutique or a law firm, whatever, the list goes on. If you are not talking about your business and what do you do, then how do you expect people to support you? And if you can't get over that people are going to think or talk about you in God knows how ever many ways that they want to, first off, it's none of your damn business. Second, why are you letting the perception others have on you stop you from building a badass business and brand that you were meant to build? Because ultimately, those people's opinions will never pay your bills. They don't pay your bills. They do not move the needle in your business. They will actually hinder what success you do have if you continue to let them stop you. So here's the thing. We're going to break this down in this episode. I'm going to give you some ideas of how you can freaking show up, because your everyday life as a business owner, as someone that works for a business that you do love, is content. It's not about being an influencer. It's about being a human being that runs a business or goes to work that's advertising for a business, because people connect with people, not just the product or service that you have to offer. They want to see your mission, your values, your non-negotiable, your passions, what gets you up in the morning, what literally gets you down. What's your biggest failures? How have you helped someone with a problem that they've had? How did you overcome a failure? How did you take that as a lesson and learn and continue to grow and continue to be inspired to continue down the journey that you're on, that then led to success that you knew ultimately in your bones that you needed? Because every effort and ounce of failure is just a way of teaching you on how to grow and how to be better. And if you can't understand that, and if you can't see that, then you don't need to be in business anyway. So I always often get this, how do you show up authentically online, Shelby? I don't want to dance on the internet. I don't want to talk about the clothes I wear. I'm not telling you that. I want you to educate and I want you to provide value, because when you do that and you're an authority in your industry, you are the go-to person for any and all things when the consumer is in the the buyer mindset when it comes to your product or service. And like, that's what we're about to teach you. I'm going to give you 4 key components of what you need to do. So we're going to break it down with some practical examples. One piece of content that I absolutely love and we do a lot is behind the scenes. That's taking the customer on the journey with you. What is it like a day in the life of your life? So literally, what is your day-to-day operations? What do you do in the morning? What is your routine? Where do you go after that? Do you do meetings? Do you go to a job site? Do you have clients? What are you doing? They want to see what it's like behind the process of running a business. What is it behind the scenes of getting a product or service ready for that consumer? Whether it is getting all of your supplies ready to go service an AC at their actual house, whether it's to get all the syringes ready and lined up before that next Botox appointment, whether it's getting the salon ready and feeling like an experience when they walk in for their next next hair appointment. It's literally, they love seeing the people behind the business. They want to see the human side of your business. And so you bringing them along on the journey is going to help them see themselves walk in the consumer that you're showing. Or maybe they're just going to see themselves working with you because they like you and they relate to you in some aspect that you've shown throughout the day. So when you were thinking of like, that's just weird, well, people are weird. They are weird. They want to get to know who they are dealing with every single time they choose your product or service. So do very small things, like something like, how do you make your coffee? Do you put milk in there or do you drink it black? Why do you drink it black? Whatever got you to drink it black. It's the most simple thing. Like, I started drinking black coffee because with Willie, both kids had a milk allergy. Instead of doing almond milk, I just did black. And honestly, I used to think it was cool and I wanted to be that girl that could drink black coffee. And now I'm like, it's so boring and gross, but I also love caffeine, so I still drink it. I share that with people because they know. And so that also connects with me. And like, how do you drink black coffee? That's so gross. Or, oh my God, I drink black coffee too because my kids had a milk allergy. Oh my gosh, you're a mom you're building a business. It like gives them so many clues to you as a human being that it's going to make you a human. Number 2, when we talk about products and service showcases, that's highlighting your offerings in action. Explain why they're unique, how they solve your customers' problems. Authenticity shines when you are genuinely believe in what you are showcasing. So maybe this also showcases like why you are doing this highlight a certain way. Why are you giving Botox a certain way? Why are you recommending XYZ in this product or this service in your business? If you are showcasing how it works, they're going to call you. Maybe it's appliances. Maybe it's coffee. Maybe it is you at a law firm and you are talking about some of the services that you offer. Maybe it's like just running an online business and digital products. What does that product look like? What's in the inside? Whether that's a course, whether that's a membership, what does that look like? Are you showcasing what you have to offer? Are you breaking it down where a 5th grader could understand it? Your next one is, what is your why? Share the story behind the business. What inspired you to start? What drives you every day? Your why is what connects you emotionally with your audience. What gets you out of bed and keeps you going? Because motivation only lasts so long, and that is why discipline kicks in. What legacy are you leaving? When it comes to the perception of others and letting them stop you, who are you showing up for? Your kids, your family, your husband, yourself? Why are you doing what you do? What keeps you going? And sharing that actually lets them connect on another level. And honestly, sometimes even when you're like very vulnerable about your why, like today was really hard, and like, for example, I did one in January where it was like, I'm leaving on a leadership retreat and I was very much in my feels. I had an anxiety attack. I cried on the internet. I was telling everybody, I was sharing behind the scenes. I don't know if I want to go. I started crying. That connected me emotionally on another level with my audience because it made me human as a mother, a business owner, and also putting me first. So if you share some of those aspects of your life, people are going to respect you a little bit more. Other content ideas, whether you're a brick and mortar or online business, create content that resonates with your audience. For example, offer tips, share customer stories, discuss industry trends, or anything that adds value. When you talk face to camera, you are building authority. When you build authority, you are going to be the go-to person for that product or service always and forever. To them, to their clients, to their friends, to everybody on the internet, whatever that looks like. I love when people say, holy crap, Shelby, I see you all the time. You're killing it. Maybe not the words you're killing it, but like you're showing up everywhere online talking about social media and marketing and like why people should market their business for free. And I'm like, perfect. That means it's working. I don't care if I annoy people. You want to know why? They can unfollow me. And if they unfollow me, they were never going to buy from me. Someone said yesterday when I was talking, like, what if they unfollow me? I was like, well, they were never going to buy from you anyway if they think that they're annoyed with you. So I just want you to understand that the perception of others should not stop you from showing up online and promoting your business. Because ultimately, if you love and you're passionate about the product or service that you have to offer, nothing and no one should stop you from actually talking about it. I want you to remember that authenticity is is key. It's always and forever. It doesn't matter what you have to offer. If you're only showing up as a robot, no one's going to connect with you. Think about your market. Isn't it very freaking saturated? How many social media managers do you know? How many aesthetic spas do you know? How many law firms do you know? HVAC companies do you know? Electricians do you know? Literally the list goes on. If you aren't showing up as a human being and who you are and what makes you different and your mission, your values, your non-negotiables, how do you expect to stand out in such a saturated market when it comes to your industry? Do not overcomplicate it, y'all. Just be yourself. Let your passion shine. Like literally let your freak flag show. Like I say that all the time. And when you show up consistently and you educate your audience and you prove and provide all the genuine aspects and value of what you have to offer, that's when you build trust and grow your brand. Because ultimately your brand is only built on trust, and the only trust that you can build is when you decide to show up as a human and not give a actual crap what other people think about you. So let's go out there, market your business authentically, because ultimately it's free. So market your damn business because it's free. Remember, it's not just good, it's damn good. All right, guys, if you like this episode, please like, comment, share with a friend. And until next time, let's freaking get it. And that's a wrap on another episode of Damn Good Marketing Podcast. Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you comment, review, share it with a friend. Come back next week. And until next time, let's freaking get it.